Hi, today I'm going to introduce you to how to create a website using Google Sites. And I want to compare and contrast real quickly the classic site versus Google's new sites and how to publish. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by just typing in sites and searching for, clicking on Google Sites here. And when I go to Google Sites, it's a little different than if I were just to click on the app. But if I go to create, I can either use classic sites or new sites. And I'm first just going to take a quick look at what classic sites looks like. Let me go back here, and I think maybe the easiest way is to show you what I have started to create here and just kind of what the editing menu and publishing minute menu looks like. The pencil up here at the top is to edit, and it looks more like your more like a document look to it. You still have a lot of the same features to insert uh, links, images, text box. You can embed things right from your Google Drive. Formatting. In fact, I believe you probably have more options with the classic sites. Um, and over here, I kind of started something just to play around with it. But I'm going to go ahead and close that back out, and I'm going to go to new Google Sites here this way. And in new Google Sites, uh, really, I think it's a lot easier looking, I guess, user-friendly than the classic sites. And there's a couple different ways you can access it. I've actually added sites to uh, my apps tab here, and just a couple that I've been practicing on. So I'm going to go back here to create, and I'm going to go to new sites here. And when new sites pops up again, I'm going to go ahead and start by just titling the page here. And I'm going to go ahead and call this Fun with Math. Space in there. And you can enter the site name, and for myself, I'm just going to call this Practice. And don't be afraid to play around and try some different things out. When I go to themes over here on the side, there's a handful of different looks I can give. I can choose different font styles, um, whatever whatever you still have options to change the appearance of it, but much easier, quicker than if you were using the classic sites. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and create a new page here. I'm going to go back to insert, and a lot of the same tools over here that were in the classic sites. I think a little easier to access, understand what was going on, and I can continue to play with and manipulate this page, or I can add a page to it or adjust the themes. And I'm going to go ahead and just add another page here, and I'm going to call that maybe POWs, which stand for problem of the week for us. And I can click on done. And now I'm going to go ahead and go back, maybe add one more page, and we'll call that games, and click done. And if I go back to my home page, you can look, I can duplicate the page, rename it, create a sub page with it. If I go to the other same here, I can also create a sub page behind the problem of the week, where maybe I want to include a page each week already on there. But I'm going to go back to my home page now, and I just want to make a link to one of the other two pages. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a text box and pull this on over. And in the text box, you have options. I can obviously type in text and change the alignment of it. I can put bulleted items in it. But what I'm going to do is just create a link. And this is a link to one of the pages already created. I'm just going to click a link to problems of the week. And now I could, again, change the appearance of this. If I want to make it a larger title, smaller title. And I'm going to go ahead and insert one more. text box right below that. And again, I'm going to make this a link here to our games page that we created. And click on there, and I'm going to go to games, and apply. And so it looks like the one above it. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bigger and bolder. Drag that out so that everything fits. And I'm going to pull this up here and set it next to my POWs. Inside here, I believe I can still play with my themes now. Oh, that's going to be my theme of my title page. Go back to what I had before. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick preview of what I've done here so far. In my preview, the eyeball up top gives me what it will look like, what I've created so far. So now this becomes a link where I click on it, and it takes me to my games website or my games page. I can use the back menu here in my browser, or I can go ahead and click home button. I'll take you there. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of preview here real quick. And I'm going to have a couple different options up here at the title. I can use a top navigation, which this is right now, or I can click on the side navigation and take a look at that. On the side navigation now, you can see the POW games, same pages. I kind of like the side navigation because you can throw more on here in sub pages. It's a little easier look for the user. And at this point, I can take one more quick look at my preview, see how my side menu works. Nothing on those pages. At this point, we're just creating extra pages. Go ahead and close out of my preview look. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and publish what I've already created in the Publish tabs right up top here. If I click Publish, it'll give you a site location right here that you're going to send to anyone at rbhsd.org, and that's my high school here that I work at, or I can click to anyone on the web. If I want somebody other than a RBHSD user, I'm going to go ahead and click on anyone on the web. And I get lastly, it says request public search engine not to display my site. At this point, I'm not worried about it. It's just a practice. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it after I'm done. So at this point, I'll go ahead and publish to the internet. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that at this point. And in part 2, I'm going to go ahead and come back and show you how to embed videos, add a little more, I guess, design to your web page, text, and try to turn it into an actual tutorial here. All right, thank you very much.